Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is Monday. Happy Monday, the 20th of October. I have almost 4 p.m. Let's say it together. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Today, I want to feature this video. 4 people hit, including 2 security guards, outside Gold Coast Bar. Now, I was just down there about an hour ago, and I did a video. I said I was just down there about an hour ago, and I did a video. I know the area very well. In the 90s, I lived down there. You guys may recall, I did a story about a month ago when I lived down there with a young lady, and she was a traveler, and she wrote a lot, and I ran around with her back in the day. But I digress. This Gold Coast is one of the meccas, one of the heartbeats of Chicago. The crime is so low down there, you can sleep out in the street, of which many people on the weekend get drunk, and they do. And this has been going on since the 90s that I know about it. And I'm 66, so do the math. What I'm telling you is that I believe we are getting a lot of fake reporting, fake news, fake whatever. The goal is for the goons of the NWO to come in, lock down, seize our weapons, and shut us down economically and everything else. So they cannot leave out even prestigious places. And I believe Chicago is a marked city. I do believe there are some of the most notorious, darkest angels in Chicago. I've said it for a long time. I believe that they're just dark angels here. And they are from the past, and they have let's just say they have resurrected, and they want the domain. And so what they have to do, they have to create stories to give you fear, also to take your weapons, and also to lock you down. And so when I heard about this story this past weekend, which was Friday the 17th of October, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm in that area, well, during the day, at least 3 days a week, because I don't cook that much, but I go to a nice place, and food is already made, and I pay. I've been going in the area for a long time. We're talking 30, almost 40 years. And people, let me just bring you the video. But I want to set this up for you, okay? You're going to see a guy walk across the street. He's going to have a 10 shirt on, a 10. And you're going to see the rock colors of orange and gold. You know, 10 in regular is like 10 o'clock. 24 is Roman, right? Which means X, which means I'm going to take you out. I believe they had this guy allegedly walk across the street so you could see that 10. You're also going to see in the videos, you're going to see 10, like the fire trucks, you're going to see 10. Now, it happened on Division and Dearborn. Division and Dearborn. I teach the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the comprehension time conclusion. D is the 4th letter of the alphabet. So DD is 44, like Barack Obama was the 44th president, and he was from Chicago. Also, the dispatch is going to say 22 West Madison. I'm sorry, 22 West Division. 22 West Division. You guys probably remember in I Pet Goat, Barack Obama has a V on his head. A V, which is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. All of a sudden, he sweats it. Once he gets through sweating it, the American flag, see the American flag? It tears into 2. It literally tears into 2 because the country, everything is about to just, disintegrate because something nefarious is coming on. See, the nations are crumbling. Do you understand? So the V speaks. So you're gonna hear 22 for the dispatch. Shots fired. 22 West Division. I already told you, division is 4-4. And the key word is division, because that's what they want to bring to America. All right? Now, the ages of the people who got shot, they're saying is from 22 to 60. Well, 22 minus 60 gives you 38, right? Okay, so what's 38? I'm going to show you that right off. 38 to me is a date. See? 3/8/2025. Subtracted from the day of the shooting, that night, 10/17/2025. The difference is 7/13. Did they not say that Trump got hit in the head in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th. You see how it all correlates? Yeah. And then they said 2 security guards were hit. Security guard comes out to 64 in gematria. Let's look it up. Security guard, 64. Barack Obama, 64 years old. Now, let me go ahead and build this thing. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play you guys my video at the end. Check this out.
Yeah, Samantha and Val, Alderman Brian Hopkins tells me this morning the shooting allegedly stemmed from a fight at a...
See the guy in the 10? And then you see the lady across the street in the lilac like a purple. And there's the blue. Remember the 2 colors I always teach you, blue and the purple? Suppose I told you I believe this was staged.
Yeah, Samantha and Val, Alderman Brian Hopkins tells me this morning the shooting allegedly stemmed from a fight at a nearby bar. Dozens of gunshots were fired right by the intersection of Division and Dearborn here in the city's Gold
Division and Dearborn, DD 44. Oh yeah.
Coast neighborhood. And now the alderman says he's taking action following the overnight violence.
Now let's look at something, because I didn't catch that taxi at the beginning. Good catch, Pearson. Good catch. I didn't catch it at the beginning, but I caught it now. Look at that. Look at that. What are the odds? Fake news. Look at the cab. 4547. Oh, thank God I came home to do this, because I was going to do this video in the car. Look at that. Look at that. What are the odds? This man is reporting, and this comes up. It's enough to see the colors. You guys who've been with me, I know you're screaming right about now. I already tell you about the colors of the purple and blue. Then he got the 10. I'm going to point it out.
Yeah, Samantha and Val, Alderman Brian Hopkins.
There's your 10. There's your, like the purple and the blue.
Dozens of gunshots were fired right by the intersection of Division and Dearborn here in the city's Gold Coast neighborhood. And now the alderman says he's taking action following the overnight violence.
Then boom, Trump. People, you can stand there all day from now till Jesus comes, and you'll never have a cab drive by with those numbers. Put it in the comment section. Help me get a video to get out to the people so we can warn people these are the last days. These demons are real. These demons are real. They're real. I don't care what nobody say. This thing was a fake news. Look at that. 4547. Right in our face, man. Tell you, boy, the Dominion is real.
Chaos in Gold Coast.
See the 10? See the 10? 10. That means I'm going to take you out. Shot fire.
Gold Coast.
22 West Division, 4 people shot.
22 West Division, 4 people shot.
As more than 30 gunshots ring out near the busy late-night intersection of Dearborn and Division.
30 gunshots.
Intersection of
36, 36 is 666.
Dearborn and Division overnight. Investigators say 4 people, ranging in age from 22 to 60, were hit in the gunfire fired from nearby cars. All of the victims are expected to be okay, but the brazen violence springing neighbors out of bed.
We hear gunfire in this neighborhood frequently, mostly people leaving bars, fighting with each other.
There's a real problem happening here on Division Street.
Second Ward Alderman Brian Hopkins says 2 of the victims shot are security guards who were working at the time for a nearby bar. Hopkins says the shooting stemmed from fights that allegedly broke out last night at Gold Coast Social, a nearby nightclub. He says this isn't the first time problems have erupted there, prompting him to now take action.
I have requested a summary closure. I've already been in touch with Superintendent Snelling's office to let him know that this written request would be forthcoming.
We reached out to Gold Coast Social for comment, but have not heard back. Hopkins also says that
Purple and 6. Man was killed on the 6th day. When he dies, he goes 6 feet under. There's your purple. Then let's wrap this thing up. Watch this here. Listen to this.
shots were fired.
We had over 30 Chicago police officers on the street.
30 Chicago police officers on the street, 30 casings, and the guy said 30, he heard 30 shots. Come on, man.
At the time of the shooting, it just shows how blatant and bold these criminals are. that they'll open fire with an automatic rifle in the.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this crap.
Exactly, Erica. Gold Coast social owner says he doesn't believe this morning's mass shooting originated from his bar or had anything to do with his establishment. But Alderman Brian Hopkins says different.
I have requested a summary closure. I've already been in touch with Superintendent Snelling's office to let him know that this written request would be forthcoming.
A bold gesture from Second Ward Alderman Brian Hopkins. The alderman says they've had a lot of trouble with Gold Coast Social in the past. He says the mass shooting appears to be directly connected to the business. Those who live in the neighborhood echo the alderman's claims.
I've just noticed over the years that there's a lot of problems over there. There's been shootings there before.
Chicago police say a gray sedan drove up on Division and started shooting at people on the sidewalk.
We heard just gunshots from St. Louis, and I've heard gunshots before, but this sounded a lot more powerful. And it looks like there's about 30 different bullets on the ground.
The driver.
Everybody's saying 30. Something's over there 30. Put in the comment section. Tell me what you think 30 means.
Then took off down Dearborn. 4 people were shot. A 22-year-old woman was shot in the leg. A 60-year-old man was also shot in the leg. A 45-year-old man was shot in the foot. And a 24-year-old man was shot in the forearm.
Did you hear those numbers? 22, 60. Come on, man. 45 and 24. 45 is Trump. 24 is X. 22 is V. Come on, man. People. Now listen to my video. I went downtown and did this today on the Gold Coast. Check it out. Well, people, it is Monday. Happy Monday, the 20th of October. I am standing in front of Gold Coast Social. Gold Coast Social. Look at the gematria on Gold Coast Social. You see the 250? Well, July 4th of next year, 2026, it'll be America's 250th birthday. Also, you see the reverse 88. Trump just erected 2 flagpoles a few months ago, 88 feet tall. And everybody knows that Trump's text number is 88022. Now, Gold Coast Social. Why am I doing that? Well, I'm on the north side of Chicago, and I'm right here in Gold Coast Social right here. I'm going to add this video to another video once I get home. But here, well, what happened was that there was a shooting of 2 security guards, and the police and the news is reporting that in this area, one of the most richest areas on the north side, that there was a shooting. 2 people were shot, I believe 2 security guards. And they want you to believe that this very, very affluent neighborhood has thugs rolling around with license plates, well, no license plates on the car. They're rolling around and they're shooting at the wee hours in the morning. And I want to let you know that this thing is very suspicious to me. You understand? I grew up down this area in the 90s, okay? And then I venture in this area at least 2, maybe 3 times a week. When I tell you it's rich, it's very rich. It's very rich. Maybe I'll come down here and do a video one day, introduce you to some of the areas. But this area right here where I'm standing, people are out at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, the places in the area, very big Irish population. You see it right here. And again, I remember when the area was gradually changing, different restaurants and whatnot, but by far it's basically still the same. But this new place, they say, used to be another place back in the day, and that it has been a nuisance in the neighborhood, and the alderman is working to try to correct. He was in the news as well. This edifice that you're looking at right here, this place is less than about a year and a half old. That place across the street used to be a big restaurant. It stayed open for decades. And you could go in there and eat a hot dog and hamburger at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. They haven't rented out that space, but all this is brand new. They tore down all the old buildings and brought all the new ones in. Right here on the end, this used to be a chicken restaurant back in the day. Boston Market. And so, again, this area right here, like I said, the nightclub, they had a shooting right in front of here, and they're blaming it on this, that this place attracts a lot of nuisance. Now, what I want to say to you is that in the video I'm going to show you, one of the people that they interviewed, they said it was 30 shell cases. 30 shell cases. I've been seeing 30, that number, on the news a lot. So look for that in the future, 30. What is 30? And how did a person walking up down the street that you know, whatever, in the neighborhood, a resident, know? He said it was approximately 30 shell cases. Then another one said the same thing. You're going to see all that in the video I'm going to show you. How would they know it's 30? Why are they using the number 30? And then let me show you something. When you come down here, you see it says Dearborn? Well, they showed this in the news, Dearborn. You see it? It says Dearborn. That's 36 West. Like 3 6s. 3 6s, 666. You understand what I'm saying? I teach the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the confidence, time, and conclusion. So when I listen to these stories and I know the neighborhood like this, I'm like, wait a minute. The story doesn't make sense to me. A very affluent neighborhood, got somebody driving down the street, 2 vehicles, 2 silver vehicles, and they're shooting up the place. I think there's something suspicious going on. I think that they want to shut Chicago down. I think they want to bring in the goons and shut down America. That's what I think. Now let me throw this at you. Not only were they mentioning 30, they also mentioned that a person who was 22 years old, they got shot. Y'all know that on Barack Obama's head, an iPad GOAT 2, which I'll show you, an iPad GOAT 2, there's a V on Barack Obama's head. That means 22. That's on his head. V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. So they said a person 22 years old got shot. A person 24 years old got shot. What is 24? The 24th letter of the alphabet is X. X means I'm taking you out, right? Then they said a 45-year-old person got shot. Well, isn't Trump the 45th president? With all these numbers, and I'm in one of the most richest parts of Chicago on the north side of the Gold Coast, you want to sit up here and tell me that cars are driving around 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning coming out of a club and they're shooting? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Put in the comment section what you think, because this is a very prestigious area, and I can walk down here 2, 3 people. The ghettoism was wiped out of this area almost over 25 years ago. I can walk you down there. They got rid of the ghetto down here. It's being regentrified, and even then, they might have been drunk in the street, but there were no people running around here shooting. Okay, so I don't believe the story. Tell me what you think. But again, and let me say this. There are a lot of people who are in social media who don't know the city like I do. They don't know. They ain't never been here, and if they have, they don't really know the hood. Stop reporting as a social content creator on these social medias, telling us how bad we are when you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. These content creators, you don't know what you're talking about. Chicago is not that bad, and we are not having drive-bys in one of the most richest neighborhoods in Chicago. It just doesn't happen. So you tell me what's really going on, okay? And I just told you what I feel is going on. It ain't what they're reporting. Something else is going on. It's suspicious to me. I'm so glad that I did this. People, it is Monday. I'm so glad I did this video, because follow-up is everything. I'm going to put this video in the description, and you tell your favorite content creator, you know who I'm talking about, the people who ran this video, talking about Chicago this and Chicago that and bringing the National Guard. And look, we do have our bad people, and we do have some young people who are bad, but they basically stay in their neighborhood. They ain't coming out to the Gold Coast. They ain't coming downtown at no Rolex watch on Michigan Avenue at 2 o'clock in the morning, driving to the south side. Stop believing that crap. They're running these stories because they gotta have crime in all parts of Chicago and Illinois. That's all it is. I'm so glad Jesus is coming. You show him this video and you tell him to explain this here. You tell him to explain to you how this reporter is doing a video. Not only is the guy wearing number 10 meaning X, but seconds later, a cab runs past 45, 47. What are the odds? It's unexplainable, which in my mind, the whole damn thing's a lie. Done.